If you're new to the channel, my name is Jan. I've been making a little top-down adventure game. On the right is the old coursework, which I got through Cobra Code's Udemy course. And then over here is my own little pixel art world. So let's dive straight in and show you some of the new stuff. Before, I would be demonstrating and I would kind of be pretending like this, right? Because the world is just a picture. It doesn't actually do anything. Well, it now has collision. As you can see, we can now walk into things. Right? And I've been trying to really make it feel like it fits in, you know? Just pushing, right? And so it's becoming more and more of a real place. And then at some location, you don't have a jump button in this game yet, I suppose, but at some locations there is the option to jump off, and you can even do it while running. So I can just go up, and you have a little bit of control in the air, and you know, you can hover. That took 3 days of doing to tweak it, to get it just the way I want. So now you can look here. So this is a cliff face. Here you go up. This patch of dirt here should indicate something a little bit better that you're going up. And then you can just jump and hover with the wind. If you do nothing, sometimes you get picked up, sometimes you don't. Now I'm stuck in the water. So a lot of times when you just jump, it doesn't actually pick you up. So that's something I need to work on. See, a lot more physicality here. The next thing I'm working on is over here, right? I want you to be able to jump in the water. Welcome back. It is a Sunday, 8th of March. Time for a quick little update. What do we got? We have managed to do quite a lot this week. We have managed to create some new mechanics in the game after the second revision of all the animations went into the game. I started walking around with my own character, and then we started having some ideas about making the background more interactive. And then I decided, after I got that up and running, we should be able to swim using the same cliff face mechanic that I built, or blueprint in Unreal Engine. Maybe we can repurpose this and get him to swim. But then, of course, I needed more frames of animation because I don't have swimming or diving. And I thought this is a good opportunity to take what I've learned in the last couple of months, when I decided to just make the whole animation set in one go without testing any of it in Unreal. But also, it's just a lot of work up front, and it was worth it. I really enjoyed animating. But when, you know, like October to February, like I'm doing this in my spare time, this time I want to be a little bit more smart about it. But as you can see over here, it's created quite a mess. So what I got here is I took one of the idle frames for every direction and putting them next to each other like this makes me immediately see like problems, even after 2 revisions. So that's going to be in the 3rd. But now that I have these, so I made copies, and then I started moving them over one by one, for which you have the control button on your keyboard. Like if you just select one, you can just press control or option. Is that the same? I don't think so. So control and then drag it somewhere else means you move it somewhere else. And I think option means making an actual copy. But now let's just try this out because I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, so now this one is moved. Move that back. There's a little indicator at the top and the bottom of the layers, like a little arrow, but it's hard to see. Like I missed it all this time. So now, option. So you can see it's still here, the original, but now I have a copy over here. Very handy. What's also handy is being able to just select layers and then copying them, like you just select them in the row and then just pasting them in. So usually what I do is like I move it over, delete some layers and then copy in layers from somewhere else. So now I can't hit play because these are not part of the same tag, and I did that on purpose because thinking ahead, these individual frames of the character diving are going to go into Unreal and be turned into flipbooks, which is the term for an animation sequence in Unreal. So I can apply them immediately for my water area box, whatever I'm calling it. So you want to go from standing or running to diving in the direction that you were, and Paper ZD will take care of that. And then once you hit the water, which is simply a matter of X amount of time, you switch to swimming. But as you can see, a lot of these don't have water yet. I'm just using the dive for a swim, and then I'm just going to paint water on top, and that'll be it. And then once I have that up and running and it's working, but it's not animating because it's only a single frame, then over time I'm going to go in this file in Sprite, and I'm just going to, you're just going to hit new frame, so it copies it, and then I'm just going to add new frames of animation, and hopefully that'll make the process of making the game a little bit faster. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So yeah, what else has been happening? Well, I think that's really it. Let's just get to work now. Let's turn off the mic. Here we are. This has been quite a week. We've gone from adding frames for diving and swimming, implementing cliff faces you can jump off, and areas where you can swim. And then I broke it all. I didn't actually intend this to be broken right here, but this is exactly the problem. My creation has become too complicated, and it is no longer working as planned. It's very inconsistent. Oh, okay, so I can still jump there. And it's gotten so inconsistent and annoying after a week of hard work that I've decided that I'm gonna have to remove it from the game and start over and just have a fresh look at what it is that I'm actually trying to do. All these currents I've created, all these winds, my outforce the character, it is just doing whatever. Sometimes it works perfectly, and then as you just saw, like, it just stops working. I can't jump where I normally can jump, can't walk into the water where I can normally walk into the water. Then he just starts walking on the water. It's all messed up. And this, in a nutshell, is game dev. This has been a very exciting week. Like, just going over what you just watched and just putting that in the video. And just, I mean, I'd already forgotten just how much work I had done every day to get to this point where everything stopped working. All this collision is in place, but these particular boxes, this is just the wind box, I call it. This is the wind over water box. Build a bridge here so you can jump, you can swim. There's current, but then you go across the land, so I made the river bigger. It still doesn't work. Then you shoot off the waterfall, but if you want, you can actually swim against the waterfall, up the waterfall, which doesn't make any sense. It's a very big mess. One of the things that helped me discover all these things is the following. Look in the corner. I added all the booleans to help me switch animations and to make things work. I added print screens so that with the push of a button I can have a look under the hood what is happening, and that's when I realized like the swimming bool doesn't turn off when it's supposed to. It's just, you know, it's a complicated mess. So tune in next week. I hope you like this kind of stuff. Building games. Hit like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned because I've got a lot of areas to fix. Finally walk around here. Look, there's a little rock you can go behind. Here you can go into the water no problem, but you're not supposed to be able to walk out of the water there, but no problem, you just do. And now you get stuck. Like, I just don't know anymore.